And you don't drink from a straw. And one of
Yeah, because like the straw is like a phallic object, so like sucking the liquid out of it makes you gay, right? Is that it?
the reasons you don't drink from a straw is because the way your lips purse. It's very effeminate.
These people are so fragile. Am I the asshole if I divorce my husband for not wiping his butt? Yep, this is pretty much the title. My husband recently started saying that he is not going to wipe his butt anymore after using the restroom. He got into his head that alpha males do not wipe, therefore he no longer is doing it. He has been, for the past few days, been walking around everywhere, telling guys alphas don't wipe. He's very serious about not wiping and he is not listening to reasoning. I don't know what to do and I fear that this might be the start and the end of our marriage. There's another one. There's this clip.
Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend I'll break up with him if he doesn't start wiping his butt? I, 26 female, it's not a Thread Talk episode if there's not a poop or
literally
feces story.
Oh, Jesus.
I, 26 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 27 male, for almost a year. We moved in together 3 months ago, and for the most part, things have been fine. He's funny, smart, and we have good chemistry, and we share similar goals for the future. That said, there's been a problem. A really gross, ridiculous problem. When I first moved in, I noticed that he never had toilet paper rolls in his bathroom. We have a 2-bathroom setup and tend to use separate ones most of the time. I figured maybe he used wipes or something else, but then I started noticing smells, like awful smells. Sometimes his laundry would stink in a very specific way. I thought maybe it was just bad hygiene in general, so I brought it up. He got really defensive and basically told me to drop it. Eventually, after too many suspiciously stained boxers and just a level of funk no grown man should be walking around with, I asked him point blank, "Do you wipe after you poop?"
A question that should never be fucking asked.
He shrugged and said, "Nah, wiping is kinda gay. Why would I touch my own ass?" I thought he was joking. I laughed. He didn't. Turns out he legitimately believes that wiping makes you gay, and that real men just let it fall out and go about their day. I told him that's not only stupid, but also incredibly unhygienic, and honestly, it's making me feel physically sick to be near him sometimes. He said I was being judgmental and that I should accept him for who he is.
That is not like a personality flaw. That is someone dating Asmongold. And Asmongold is like, yup, you should just like, you know, live with the fact that I'm king of the roaches. That's crazy. That is so disgusting. Legitimate mental illness right there. That is someone who is so fragile and insecure in their masculinity that they think that like a basic form of like taking care of their body is gay. That's so insane. People literally have nightmares about running out of toilet paper with no bidet, and men are proudly declaring they've walked that walk. Yeah, it is more emasculating to wipe your own butt than it is to walk around smelling like shit with freaking doo-doo in your undies. That's crazy. Male loneliness epidemic right here. Women's standards are just too high. That is like saying that like showering makes you like a woman. Smelling good makes you like a woman. Smelling nice is gay. Do you think that's the reason why Asmongold doesn't shower? He doesn't want to be gay? It's insane how fragile they are. It's the same with like this Fox News anchor, Jesse Waters, who said that like sucking on straws is gay or something.
I have rules for men. They're just funny. They're not that serious. Like, you don't eat soup in public.
Why? Why can you not eat soup in public as a guy?
You don't cross your legs.
Yeah, that's gay. That's gay. You got a man spread.
And you don't drink from a straw. And one of
Yeah, because like the straw is like a phallic object, so like sucking the liquid out of it makes you gay, right? Is that it?
the reasons you don't drink from a straw is because the way your lips purse. It's very effeminate.
These people are so fragile. Isn't that also the guy who is talking about like, yeah, when you sit behind a screen, it makes you a woman? These are the people who talk about like trans issues the entire time.
Began with the first male flight attendant. Can you elaborate?
It's a stewardess, Greg.
Okay.
And they will always be stewardesses. Even if it's a male flight attendant, I say stewardess. They don't respond
They don't
usually.
answer. That's an artificial stance.
It's also an artificial stance. Hopefully. When you sit behind a screen all day, it makes you a woman.
How is the blue light estrogen? Are you being exposed to the estrogen beams? I grew up behind the screen playing video games. Is that why I'm trans? Did I become a woman? Fox News guy just transing his entire audience in one sweep? Yeah. Literally just turned his entire audience of basement dwellers who are sitting in front of the screen, wagging their fist and being like, "Oh, the trans people, they have all been trans now." Is that the woke mind virus? These people insist that like trans people are saying that like men can become women, and they're like, nope. If you're a guy who sucks on a straw in public or eats soup or sits behind a screen, you're actually a woman. You turned into a woman. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are they like this? Every time I listen to Fox News, it just makes me hate this planet a bit more. This is Fox News. Welcome to Fox News. I'm gonna start using this guy's guide so I can become more woman. Real. Just watch UK Extra's new video about transphobic trans people on Reddit. And it's wild to see transphobic and trans people back to back like that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of trans people have their internalized transphobia and they're just like projected onto others. Kinda sad.
Studies have shown this. Studies have shown this. And if you're out working, like building robots like Harold, you are around other guys. You're not around HR ladies and lawyers.
What do you
that gives
do?
you estrogen.
What do you
Let
do?
me finish, Joe.
What? The HR ladies and lawyers give you estrogen? What is that sentence? You're around other guys. You're not around HR ladies and lawyers.
That gives you estrogen.
That gives you estrogen. If I would have known that is how you get estrogen, I would have get an office job like right away. 12-year-old me would have just like started working in like an office building where the HR ladies give me estrogen. Is that how it works? Like that has to be like some form of like, you know, mental health concern, right? This delusion and like sheer obsession with like trans people, you know, your fragile masculinity and so on. Isn't that also the guy who was talking about like daddy's home when talking about Trump? That is way more emasculating. NATO thanks Daddy for brokering the ceasefire. No, wasn't there someone else who was saying that like sometimes Daddy has to come home? This is the guy who thought minimum wage at $7 an hour is 80,000 a year. Oh god. Oh god. Sonia, why did you hiss at your manager? Give me your feminines. Real. Should have become a constructive worker for testosterone. Real. Daddy Donald Trump will spank. Oh, that was Tucker Carlson.
You've been a bad girl. You've been a bad little girl and you're getting a vigorous spanking right now. If you allow your 2-year-old to smear the contents of his diapers on the wall of your living room and you do nothing about it, if you allow your 14-year-old to light a joint at the breakfast table, if you allow your hormone-addled 15-year-old daughter to like slam the door of her bedroom and give you the finger, you're going to get more of it. And those kids are going to wind up in rehab. It's not good for you, and it's not good for them. No. There has to be a point at which Dad comes home. Yeah, that's right. Dad comes home. And he's pissed. Dad is pissed. He's not vengeful. He loves his children. Disobedient as they may be, he loves them. Because they're his children, they live in his house. But he's very disappointed in their behavior. And he's going to have to let them know. He's going to have to get to your room right now and think about what you did. And when Dad gets home, you know what he says? You've been a bad girl. You've been a bad little girl.
I can't. They're freaks. Conservatives, Republicans, they're freaks. Everything about them is just like sexual and like weird fantasies and shit. It's crazy. Notice how it's about like putting, you know, physical force, using physical force about like a rebelling daughter. It's not about like children in general. It's just about like putting a daughter in her place, right? You've been a bad little girl. It's gross. It's gross. The fact that this is like talking about like Kamala and like warming up for Trump and shit like that is so weird. They're freaks.
And you're getting a vigorous spanking right now. And no, it's not going to hurt me more than it hurts you. No, it's not. I'm not going to lie. This is going to hurt you a lot more than it hurts me.
They're freaks. They're so weird. And there's like this weird correlation between like fascists and like sexual stuff. Tax evader or boy, whatever makes a better joke. You've been a bad boy. You've been a naughty, bad little boy, aren't you? Bad little tax evader, aren't you, little one? You need a vigorous spanking. You gotta be put in your place. You have to, you know, sometimes mommy has to do things that little boy don't like. Oh god, kill me. Oh god. Fascism is what you turn to when you're afraid of your own sexuality and need someone to define it for you. Real. When Yara comes out. We're gonna spank your local tax evader. It's just crazy. Protect the children. These are the people that you need to protect children from. Mommy's coming home. Sometimes mommy has to step in and put her little boy in his little place, doesn't she? Little boy needs to file his tax returns. Sometimes mommy is going to come home and she's pissed. She has to give her little boy a vigorous spanking. Oh my god. Is that crazy? These are the people who are obsessed with trans people. Oh god. These are freaks. They're also like the same people who looked at her son eating ice cream and then making fun of it because he was eating ice cream. And that's apparently gay or childish or something. It's crazy. They're crazy freaks. They're so fragile in their masculinity. They're so insecure that they literally resort to this stuff. To be fair, they're also very dumb people. That's true. You're an enemy of Christ, yeah. If eating ice cream makes you gay, then hide your husband, ayo. Imagine the fear they that have with leftist politics if Joe Biden had shouted to screaming crowds, these bad little girls deserve a spanking. I'm gonna spank this little girl. She's been so... Yeah, right? Right? Can you imagine if like a Democratic politician would like talk like that? Or like a news... Like a left-wing news anchor. By left-wing, you know, I mean like American left-wing, which is more like center-right, actually, you know, liberal. If a liberal would like say that, these people would like, you know, freak out. Always like the double standard. Is that logic? Jesus was gay because he had empathy for others, long hair, and was socialist? I mean, they think Jesus was too woke. If Joe Biden talked like that, there would have been like 300 million vote sweep. Oh my god. Oh my god. But no, Trump can like walk into the little girl's dressing room and that's totally fine. Trump can be friends with Epstein, borrow his airplane and so on. No, that's totally fine. And like when a trans person on the internet says words that are like, you know, sharing her own experiences of what it was like to grow up as a trans person. What you gonna do about it, huh? Or can you eat a banana straight? They're all curved. No. You eat them sideways. Good girls eat bananas sideways.
Everybody